So on Sunday when I was at the Gardenia Center, they had asked me to give a talk, and they first sang as part of their service the song "The Rose," which in my cultural ignorance I had never heard before. I had no idea it was from a movie about Janis Joplin's life, but I used it as a root text and then went through it line by line and explained its meaning in Dharma terms. And then afterwards I found out that, it was a very famous song by a very famous recording artist. So I had remembered Janis Joplin from when I was younger, but I didn't remember so well. So I went online and Googled her. Of course, lots of things came up. And when they told her life, there was like so much about she recorded this and she worked with this band and that song and how famous she was and this and that and the other thing. And then there's this little thread in it about her drug use, because she was a heroin addict off and on and eventually died of a heroin overdose. And so it made me really sit and think about, here's somebody who was so famous, that this whole audience cheering you on and saying you're wonderful and you're talented and you're this and you're that, and so wealthy and so unhappy, And it's just a very good indication that when we are unhappy in our hearts, it doesn't matter what we have, the material, the fame, the boyfriend, because she was going to marry this guy. None of it matters when we aren't at peace with ourselves and when we aren't our own friend and don't know how to keep our own mind happy. Yeah? So it's a very sad occasion that somebody so young, wound up in such incredible mental torture. And you can see that how the mental torture is created by the mind and created by karma. It has nothing to do with the external environment. She was born in a wealthy country. She had this, that, and the other thing. Apparently she got made fun of at school, but didn't we all? Didn't we? Yeah? So, that the real key to being happy is what's going on in our mind, and to have a heart that is really open and giving and generous. And if we have that, then having the external things is an extra added boost, but it's not so important. But if we don't use the Dharma to change our mind, or if we don't have the karma to be born with a naturally happy personality, which very few people have that karma, but if we don't really work on our own mind, then we can have lots of things and be the envy of other people, but it doesn't fulfill us inside. It doesn't make us satisfied and happy, and it doesn't give us a sense of meaning and purpose to our life. So that song was all about love, actually. Some of the lyrics were quite pointed. We'll put it on the website. Yeah, somebody's editing it, I hope. But some of the lyrics really woo. But it was all about how to open your heart and let down the defenses, and so that we can really connect with other people.